Hey everybody, Kirk Junge here from LearningGolf.tv. Today comparing my setup for impact golf swing on the left with that of Justin Thomas, who just had an impressive win in the PGA Championship. I just want to show you why it's my opinion that virtually nobody should be trying to copy what the PGA Tour players do in their golf swings. Even a little kid, I would teach setup for impact simply because it is far easier to learn. I'm not saying that what these pros do are not very, very impressive, especially with the way they set up and then hit great golf shots. It's just what they're doing. Not only are they destroying their body, but it's impossible to copy. Every one of them has different compensations, and that's what I just aim to show you here, that there is a far easier approach, and most people who try it hit the ball better almost immediately. So when you look at the swings, or the setups more importantly, you can see that the way I'm set up, I'm going to use a yellow line here just to show you. Again, I already have a red line from the club, but look how it goes through the middle of my trailing right arm, and then the line continues up through my spine. I want you to pay attention to that. I also have a line about where my belt would be, and then along my spine, so you can track the spine angle. On Justin, you can see I have the line here also through his golf club, but his right arm is totally on a different angle. The problem with that is the right arm and club will come into alignment with each other at impact from this viewpoint. And so if you took a line, and you can do this with your own golf swing or any of the top pros, and virtually every one of them, unless they're really pulling the elbow in close to the body, is going to be, this would be the impact plane then for Justin. So the problem is that he has to get the club and adjust his body for the change that's going to take place, not to mention that the change in his hand versus the club, because his hand is coming in from above, and at impact it's not going to be above any longer, it's going to be on the side. The club has to be manipulated. And obviously if you hit millions of golf balls, you can become pretty good at that. Well, he could, but for the normal golfer has absolutely no chance to ever become consistent. Where you'll notice with me on the left, the hand position and arms will be the same at impact. So if we put it in motion here with Justin, you can see where he goes at the top. He's way off where he started the red line. It's not his goal to stay on the red line either. I'll point out that would be almost impossible. But you can see he's now on a plane way up here. So at setup he was on the red line, so that's one plane, and impact's going to be in between the two planes. Also notice his belt line, and you're going to see when he comes into the ball what happens there. His belt or hips are moving up. As you can see, as he's coming into impact, they've moved up 3 or 4 inches. And if you look at his head, it's moved down from the line, the red line that was behind his neck. And so he's compressing his spine together as he's rotating around it. So this is why you see so many injuries in the top players, Rory, Jason Day, among others. They're constantly getting injured, not able to play, simply because of the stress they're putting on their bodies. Here's impact. You can see he's on the yellow line, and the club and the alignment. Look at the right hand alignment now. It's behind the club, directly on plane, although he started with it coming, as I showed you here, all the way from the top. So it goes from there. And with the club and the fingers, it's not so hard to manipulate if you practice, and he's using his body to manipulate the club as well. So you can see here's impact, and the hips have moved up, the head's moved down, so the spine is compressed. So you can see here from my setup position that I've marked the spine angle and the positions that I marked with Justin. And you can see how I simply have to turn back. You can see the hands and club almost perfectly on plane at the top, and I've maintained spine angle in the backswing, as Justin did, to be fair. But now I want you to see the difference is simply coming down. I'm on the plane and it never really leaves the plane coming down. You see how my hands and club are almost perfectly on plane here, coming down. And you can see right here also perfectly on plane. That means the path's going to be perfect. The spine angle is perfect. And you can see my hips also. You can see the belt is at the same height. So there is absolutely no compression on the spine at all. So, and that's one of the goals of the swing. This can be customized to any golfer, and the clubs also are not an issue. You can set up as the same distance away as you always did. It's just getting the arms in alignment. As you can see here, impact right there is impact. Now look at the club. Again, it's on the same alignment that I set up on, and that's why the method is called Setup for Impact. You can see with Justin, I know not everybody's going to agree with me, but if you played golf long enough and taken enough lessons, you know that it's pretty much impossible to become consistent at golf unless you started very young and you hit thousands of golf balls a week. With that said, it would still, no matter how athletic you are, it's still going to be a lot faster to learn to set up for impact, because you don't have to learn these complex compensations based on the inferior setup that's taught. And it's been taught for over 100 years simply because the best players did it that way, and that's the reason. It's not what's easiest for the human being to do, to repeat. It's simply, let's copy the pros. That's easy enough. We don't have to think of anything for ourselves. What's logically easier? You can see this has to be easier. There's absolutely no doubt about it. It's just getting used to it, and I have enough videos out there that you can check out, and there is a free lesson series on my website, learninggolf.tv. You can click the link here in the top right in the video, and there's also a link in the description below. And my complete learning system will also show you step-by-step grip setup, how to customize the swing to fit you, and step-by-step instructions. There's also a free trial available. So no hate mail, please. This is not saying that Justin isn't great or Rory. I love to watch these guys. They're incredibly talented, athletic. They're working out every single day. Fitness, trying to hold their bodies together while they accomplish this. But the average person has no business trying to copy that. So I hope you'll give it a try, and please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and like this video. Thank you very much, and have a great day.